Picture this. You're 35,000 feet above ground, cramped in a tiny seat, a baby wailing behind you, and a flight delay announcement just made. Welcome to the world of dreadful airline experiences. Imagine, if you will, a flight that should have been a routine trip from London to New York. It's a journey millions embark on each year, but for one unfortunate passenger, it became an ordeal of epic proportions. He was sandwiched between two strangers, in a row that should have comfortably seated two. His knees were jammed into the back of the seat in front of him, and the seatbelt was a tight squeeze. The air was a cocktail of stale coffee, overused air fresheners, and the distinct aroma of reheated airplane meals. A cacophony of sounds filled the cabin. The constant wailing of an infant, the incessant chit-chat of a group of tourists, and the drone of the engines. The overhead light flickered constantly, a faulty neon bulb adding to his woes. To top it all off, the flight was delayed. Not by a few minutes or even an hour, but by a staggering 5 hours. No explanations were given, no apologies offered, just a curt announcement over the intercom from a flight attendant who sounded as weary as he felt. The in-flight service was lackluster, with indifferent crew members and subpar meals. A forgettable experience indeed, but do you know which airlines are the most likely to offer you this kind of nightmare? Let's count them down. At number 5, we have Airline E, notorious for its chronic delays and lackluster customer service. Now, we've all been there, eager to get to our destination, only to be met with the dreaded words, "Your flight has been delayed." Unfortunately, this is more the rule than the exception with Airline E. Frequent flyers have often reported delays stretching into hours with little to no information or assistance from the airline staff. But the problems don't stop there. Imagine finally boarding your flight, only to find yourself squashed in a cramped seat with barely enough legroom to stretch out. Yes, uncomfortable seating arrangements are another common complaint from passengers of Airline E. And let's not forget about their customer service, or should we say, lack thereof. From unhelpful responses to unresolved complaints, Airline E seems to continually miss the mark when it comes to satisfying its customers. So, if you value your time and comfort, you might want to think twice before booking a flight with Airline E. If you would like to see more of this type of content, please don't forget to like and subscribe and help us provide more of this content. Moving on to number 4, we have Airline D, known for its exorbitant baggage fees and less than stellar in-flight amenities. Now, traveling light is a skill, but with Airline D, it's more of a necessity. Their baggage fees can make you feel as if you're buying an extra seat for your suitcase. And don't even get us started on their in-flight amenities, or the lack thereof. Imagine being 10,000 feet in the air, and all you can do is stare at the seat in front of you. No movies, no music, just the hum of the engines for company. And when it comes to in-flight meals, let's just say you'd be better off packing your own sandwich. The food is often bland and leaves much to be desired in terms of quality and quantity. With Airline D, you may end up paying more for less. Consider this before making your next booking. On to number 3, meet Airline C, a company with a notorious reputation for overbooking flights. You see, overbooking is a common practice among airlines, a gamble if you will, betting on the likelihood that some passengers won't show up. But with Airline C, it's not a rare mishap, it's more like a business model. Imagine this. You've packed your bags, made it through security, and are ready to board, only to find out that your seat has been given away. And it's not because you were late, but because the airline sold more tickets than they had seats. Frustrating, isn't it? Even worse, the airline's handling of such situations leaves much to be desired. Instead of offering immediate alternatives or adequate compensation, passengers are often left stranded, grappling with the uncertainty of when they'll be able to reach their destination. With Airline C, getting bumped off a flight might just be part of the package. At number 2, we have Airline B, an airline infamous for its lack of transparency in pricing. Now, the airline industry isn't exactly known for its straightforward pricing, but Airline B takes it up a notch. Hidden fees seem to be part of their business model, popping up like unwelcome guests at the most inconvenient times. Imagine this. You found the perfect flight, the price seems fair, you proceed to check out, and then bam! An array of additional charges appear out of nowhere. Baggage fees, seat selection fees, even fees for printing your boarding pass at the airport, all adding up to a sum much heftier than the one you initially saw. This lack of transparency doesn't just hit your wallet, it also creates a sense of mistrust among passengers. After all, no one likes unpleasant surprises, especially when it comes to their hard-earned money. With Airline B, the price you see might not be the price you pay. And now, the moment you've been waiting for. The absolute worst airline on our list is Airline A. Just hearing the name Airline A might send shivers down the spines of many frequent flyers. Their reputation precedes them, and not in a good way. Airline A is notorious for its frequent flight cancellations. It's almost as if they believe flights are mere suggestions, not commitments. When you book a ticket with Airline A, it's like a game of roulette. You never know if your flight might be the next one on the chopping block, but it doesn't stop there. Let's talk about their customer service, or should I say, the lack thereof. It's been said that the customer is always right, but it seems Airline A didn't get the memo. Their customer service is legendary for all the wrong reasons. Long wait times, unresponsive agents, and an apparent lack of empathy for the plight of their passengers are just some of the many complaints. Speaking of complaints, Airline A has an impressive collection. From lost luggage to unexplained delays, the number of grievances against this airline would give any passenger pause. It's a veritable cornucopia of customer dissatisfaction. So, if you want to avoid a potential nightmare in the skies, steer clear of Airline A when booking your next flight. The journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step, and that step should definitely not be towards Airline A.